Yeah, highlight. Don't forget the real though. Yeah. I bet you won't turn me up. What's that you bumping? It ain't vibing hard enough. No. Check my playlist, guaranteed you ain't hit top. From the indies to the mainstream, bringing all the stuff. Music talks for Dwayne and Janean. Run it up. Run it. Pass that ox. Pass that ox. Hey. Bobby, through you. Back on the scene, Dwayne and Janean. I'm bringing the.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to yet another edition of Pass the Ox, featuring yours truly, your favorite neighborhood mediator, your favorite neighborhood host, your boy Dwayne, joined by my better half. You already know, the Queen of Clatchy, Miss Janean. Talk to the people.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Pass the Ox. Thank you for being with us in our absence, but it's all good. Don't you fret. We're right back at it, just like we never left.
Like we never left. You already know what time it is. Your favorite tag team duo in the building.
Yep.
We'd like to thank you for tuning in to Pass the Ox. And, well, we're joined by the hardest working man in show business. And as I like to introduce him, you already know, the Eagle flying, as you can see the floating helmet in the background. The Eagle flying
so
Celtic. Look, he did it so smooth. And then you got your Celtic pride wearing. You see the jersey in the back, people. You see the cup. I'm sure it's somewhere. Wait. There it is. Yes, Celtic pride wearing. Anti-New York Nick, anti-Dallas Cowboy. You already know it is Mr. Derrick. My ears, what's good, sir?
What's good, guys? Thank you for having me back on.
Yay, welcome back.
I've been waiting to get back on.
But
say again?
I said you're here every time. You're just in the background. Thank you for coming on camera and on the mic this time.
I know. We missed you, man.
I've been wanting to come on the show. Secretly, I wanted to be one of the hosts on here too.
He
but I
knows,
can't do it right now.
He's a secret host in the background, kind of.
Hey, I'm just a producer.
Sort of,
I'm the producer, man. That's all I am.
Hey man, I'm just in the background, you know.
Hardest working.
I play my role.
There you go. You already know.
Producer, editor, that's it.
All that, you know what I'm saying? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank you for tuning in with us right here on Pass the Ox, your favorite music-based show, the hottest up-and-coming music-based show where we talk all things music, and you never know what we're going to talk about, who we're going to have on. You never know, but thank you for tuning in with us. Hey, first and foremost, as before we go on, what we need you to do, if you are watching on the very YouTube channel, we need you to stop what you're doing. Hit that there subscribe button. Hit that there bell notification so that anytime Pass the Ox drops a new episode, as long as also our mini show, I put the minty like I was Medea. Y'all heard that?
Minty, yes.
Minty. You know what I'm saying? We got the minty show plugged in. That's our little brother, little sister show where we interview independent artists. So make sure you check that out along with this very show right here. The main meat, the main sauce known as Pass the Ox. You can catch up and know when when your two favorite tag team is right here in front of you getting ready to talk music. You know what I'm saying? And all that good stuff. But my Spotify-aliens out there, hey, how you doing? Make sure that you hit that there follow button up top. Make sure you keep up with us every time we drop a new episode, so that way you can already listen and have it downloaded on your offline, so you can be able to listen to us live in full effect. Shout out to our people right there on Apple Music. Make sure you leave that 5-star review, and make sure you also let us know who you are so we can shout you out on the show, okay? All right, now, we thank you guys for tuning in with us. And without further ado, let's get right into this thing with What's in Your Ears. Co-host, go ahead and take that thing over.
Listen, what's in my ears? Brandy and Monica and Brandy on repeat, nobody else. When I tell you, I did not realize, shout out to Verzuz for making that happen, because apparently that was their first time being together in 8 years.
Okay, I see.
Wow.
I thought they had an issue. And when I saw that they had announced that this was them coming together, I was like, when did they when were they cool again?
But see, I didn't know it was like an actual real life issue. Like I knew that ever since The Boy Is Mine or just in their careers, like it was always, whether it be the industry or their people, like pitting them against each other. So I think quite naturally feeling like, damn, like you're always going to compare me to that person is going to cause a little bit of resentment. So I thought it was always that, but it seemed like they had to have like a real conversation before they, you know, agreed to go on a Verzuz together.
I heard earlier today that, well, actually yesterday, that Monica actually punched Brandy.
Oh my God, Monica.
I forget what award show. I think Dallas Austin was telling the story or something like that. And
what?
apparently she punched Brandy because she looked like she was about to say something. Now I want to go back. That screams Atlanta all day, like that all day. I want to go back and listen to that interview just to get full context of that story.
Yeah,
but
I want to know the full story for sure.
If that's the case, I don't know how you come back from that.
Other than, hey, I was a kid, because like what was dope about the Verzuz is, aside from them giving me something that my soul so desperately needed that I had no idea I even needed, besides them doing that, I just feel like you realize that they've been in the industry for such a long time, like, and they were just giving out a humble flex. It's like, oh, I was 12 on here. Oh, I was 15 and I was at the set it off launch. Like, you were just singing like this and really in the industry at 12 and 15 years old. So I can imagine that just being on like some childish shit. Like, hey man, it's not right. I can't take it back. But I was a kid. Like, I'm not that person anymore.
Oh, no, she still is that person.
Yeah, on the low, huh?
She ain't.
She would definitely swing on somebody, huh?
Yeah, she would. Yeah. But I find it intriguing because I honestly, growing up, I didn't realize how young they were putting out music.
Because like we were young, so they looked like older anyway.
I thought they were in their 20s. Completely honest, I really did. And not only that, but Monica had those like heartbreak, like grown woman issue type of songs, you know, and so that's what really made me think she was significantly older than what she actually was. But yeah, that was a great Verzuz battle. I think that, to me, that was probably the best one that they've had.
It was definitely one of them for sure. They did their thing, man. And it just showed how underrated both of these women are because of their longevity. You saw Monica having a song with Lil Baby, you know what I'm saying?
Which is fire, by the way.
Fire, exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
I actually haven't heard it yet.
Brandy.
She played it on
I got it on late.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get to
check
hear
it
the
out.
whole thing.
It's good. It is called Trenches if you want to listen to it.
Yes, check it out. You know, and then like I said, Brandy with a song with Chance the Rapper. You know what I'm saying? Baby Mama. I mean, it just shows. You know, still even to be relevant of today, to hang with the artists who are really popping now and still showcase what they have. And you know, it just goes to show these women deserve every bit of their flowers and their roses, and they got them. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you guys. Speaking of versus battles, you know, there's fans love to kind of throw in their ideas. Now there is a rumor about a confirmed versus battle, but let me throw you one of the rumors I came across, or not one of the rumors, but one of just the kind of like dream scenario matchups they wanted to do. And they were like a battle of the old heads in Charlie Wilson versus Ron Isley.
How dare you make me choose?
Ron Isley, man.
I am leaning more towards Ron, but don't sleep on Charlie Wilson either.
I was never Uncle Charlie.
Don't sleep on Uncle Charlie.
Can I be honest?
Charlie, bro?
I was never really a fan of Charlie Wilson.
But Listen, even if you're not a fan of Charlie Wilson, we also got to take into consideration that he can bring in Gap Band hits. Gap Band got some
Oh
classics.
yeah.
Man.
No, he was never an artist that I gravitated toward. I didn't hate him or dislike him or anything like that. It was just like his music just wasn't what I gravitated toward. And it's probably because my parents played, whatever radio station, and that was just constantly in the car. So that's probably one reason why. But Ron Isley, I love Ron Isley's music, man.
So I think, I know like both artists definitely tried to do the same thing we were just, or Dwayne was just talking about Monica and Brandy with, to where they've been in the game a super long time, but they're able to collab with newer artists to stay relevant. Out of Uncle Charlie and Ronald Isley, who do you think did a better job with that?
Well, I'm going to stick with Ron Isley.
Ronald did a better job.
Because to be completely honest, I know we don't celebrate him anymore because of the stuff that he's done. But we can't downplay what he did with R. Kelly. We can't downplay that.
We
now.
knew Contagious beginning to end, the ad-libs, everything.
Every single thing. We cannot sit here and act like that was horrible. I see, and this is the reason why I'm pissed with R. Kelly, because we could have actually gotten a whole movie. They were supposed to do a movie based off of the Mr. Biggs R. Kelly tracks.
Saga, because they had other saga. Stuff together. Yeah,
they were supposed to do a movie. I think that the whole, if I'm not mistaken, I think that one of his cases that one of the first cases was what put an end to that.
That sucks. Damn it, Ara.
Yeah. I mean, because come on. Can you imagine how that saga would have gone?
You know what? I'm kind of glad it didn't happen. You want to know why? Because Trapped in the Closet was beautiful. It was amazing. We were tuned in every week. Like, I could not wait until B103 aired the next chapter, but then it got too much.
It got, once he got
Kelly's
to 12.
Find a way to do
once he got to 12, that was it. I still have not listened past 12. I refuse to, because that it was the same tempo, same beat. Like, it's just, I was like, nah, man, now you're dragging it. And it's driving for me to go back and listen to that same thing. And that's going to get stuck in my head for weeks. I don't want that. So, no, I couldn't listen to it.
I was like, oh my God, a rubber. And you had to wait for the next week. And like, the last thing I remember was a rubber. Why are y'all playing this on the radio? I'm a child. Why are y'all doing this? But we were so intrigued.
But it was classic. I can't deny how much of a classic that was. So, but I do believe that between Charlie Wilson and Ron Isley, the features that Ron Isley did was just significantly better. They just weren't.
Dwayne's face says different.
I know he said. I know. My bad, bro. But I gotta go Ron.
Keep in mind that Charlie Wilson has been on the majority of Kanye's albums, including My Dark Twisted Fantasy. This man, literally, single-handedly, was all over this album with a lot of background vocals that a lot of people didn't even realize.
But features, though.
Maybe that's the thing. The only reason why I say that, I'm sure Derrick could agree.
For real.
Yeah. But the reason why you have to say Ronald is because we can, for word, sing to you more Ronald's hits versus a Charlie feature. Yes, the song is dope. Yes, like the main artist is an amazing person, but which one resonates more? Ronald Isley.
And not only that, but Charlie Wilson, like, those weren't features. Like, that's what I'm thinking about, is more so the feature that kept him relevant.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Ron Isley that just comes to mind. And not downplaying what Charlie Wilson did. Trust me,
it's a hard choice.
Not for me. But
for me,
I get where you're coming from, bro. I just have to go with Ron Isley because Charlie Wilson, those weren't. I can't give it to him. And the vocals, background vocals aren't. That's not a feature. That's
listen.
Like we would know that's him.
That is a feature, actually, sir. Anything that you are on background, lead, anything that features you on there is considered a feature.
I'm saying like commercially, like you can say that this was R. Kelly and Ron Isley. Like if you're just saying that track, you're just saying that's just Kanye West. It's not introducing Charlie
in
Wilson
the credits. You go and see, oh damn, Charlie was in this.
Yeah,
too?
it's not introducing Charlie Wilson to a new generation based off just like him being featured with a verse. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm not downplaying what he did though.
He's you talking about Snoop Dogg here, man. Snoop Dogg is literally a generational machine who has put Uncle Charlie featured on not one but many songs. I love Ron Isley. I do. Okay, I do.
But come on now.
What has he done for me lately?
Please
if I'm
tell
not
me.
mistaken, that man
is he in jail?
Up.
Wait, like okay, so like
wait, Ron Isley's locked up?
It was been locked up for quite some time.
For taxes.
Oh, Charlie Wilson, on the other hand, has been out here still killing it.
But that does not mean.
But what does that say? The fact that Ron Isley is in jail, and I'm still telling you that he did it better.
Mr. Biggs and R. Kelly both in jail. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Far, huh?
But that makes the saga even better. Like,
that's
Slick does. But when you talk about features, though, Dwayne, features.
Come on,
like
man.
Features,
credit. We're gonna argue about this all night. I'm gonna call
Come on, man.
Credit it. Are you gonna sit here and tell me that you're gonna run to Charlie Wilson's features faster than you to Ron Isley?
Yes. Oh, damn it. Yes.
Get out of here.
I am.
Get out of here. No.
Y'all have no idea. This man has one of the greatest voices of all time.
I'm not arguing with you.
Trust you me. This man is, trust me, he is known.
He's a legend. I'm not. I don't want anyone listening to misconstrue what I'm saying. I personally, my preference would be Ron Isley. That's just because I love his music, love his voice. Charlie Wilson's one or two songs. Yeah.
My name is Charlie.
I get that. I forgot about that song. But those songs were playing on repeat for me. And I was in a car way too much, and hearing the same song repeated over and over again to where when I was old enough to not have to go and do whatever with my parents, I wasn't running to Charlie Wilson's music. I'm Ron Isley.
I can respect that.
So for me, it's more of a nostalgic thing.
I can respect that. But I'm still going Charlie Wilson on my
All right, so they both win.
But I can respect that. But I'm making it known. I'm standing up for Uncle Charlie, dang it.
No problem at all.
For sure.
Yeah.
I love Brian.
I
do. I love
Brian.
Sure.
Yeah,
make
love
that
him.
known. But
I would love to have him on the show.
So the rumored, actually confirmed upcoming Verzuz battle is between two R&B divas, one by the name of Keisha Cole and the other by the name of Ashanti, who has accepted Keisha Cole's request to do a Verzuz battle.
We're actually getting that?
Yes.
Okay. Look, I know Keisha Cole is probably not a lot of people's favorite vocalist, but can we at least show some respect?
For sure. Listen,
I love her
this is
music,
n-
to be
this
completely
is
honest.
not going to be a winning slide on either end because I have favorites from both sides. People
Okay.
sleep on Ashanti as well.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if we bring in J Lo songs, which we don't have to talk about, that are actually Ashanti, then really, then we have a list to choose from here.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a really good one as well. I'm going to be singing with my whole gut the same way I was singing with Brandy and Monica. I can't wait.
But would you guys agree that Brandy was kind of shady a little bit to Monica?
Brandy or Monica? They said Monica
Brandy.
was more so shady or the memes that I've been seeing were saying Monica was more shady to Brandy.
I think Monica was more like
sassy.
Yeah, and more. She was more open with hers.
Mm-hmm.
Brandy's was more like subtle. Like when she went to do that Sam Cooke song, she didn't have to do that, right? Like, but she between the two, Brandy is obviously the better vocalist. And to me, it just like she was trying to show off that range, which I'm not upset about. Yeah. I love Brandy. I don't think Brandy gets enough respect, to be completely honest. I think Monica gets more respect than Brandy does, and I don't like that. I think they're both up there together, show them both respect. But I think Brandy did that so she could show, hey, you ain't on my level. Vocally, you're not on my level. And I'm not sure. I wasn't mad at it. I loved it. You know, I love seeing a little pettiness every once in a while. Yeah. You know, the pettiness does a heart good sometimes. But that was very interesting to see. That was very interesting to see. I didn't expect that from her, to be honest.
I think maybe because I watched the Verzuz late. I didn't watch it live with everyone else. So like by the time I watched it, all of the little funny memes had came out, and they was talking about Brandy's journal, and she called them a group. And Monica's like, we are not a group. Yeah. But I think Lord maybe yes. I think maybe like I was already looking for this like overt like pettiness because that's what the memes made it seem like. But when I watched it, I was like, it's not really that petty. Like I feel like maybe y'all might be reaching a little bit, but overall, I think it was a great celebration of both artists, and
for sure,
it was nostalgic as hell. Like, because I don't think we even realized like we were really young listening to Monica and Brandy. I was like second, maybe third. Remember when artists would give out single CDs? Like it'll be like 4 tracks. It'll be like out a raw version, edited version, and maybe like a bonus track. Okay, my aunt had Monica First Night, and I was listening to it over and over and over again. I had to be in like 3rd grade.
Yeah.
So it just took you back to those moments. Like, son, we've been listening to y'all for a long time.
Yeah, that was, and it's funny because I have a Brandy CD that's exactly like what you just mentioned, where it's like the main single,
the radio version,
remix, radio version, the remix,
instrumental,
yeah. You're like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
you know, like,
I think one of the first tracks that I was introduced to Monica through was I think it's called "For You I Will." The Space Jam song.
For Space Jam. Mm-hmm.
The greatest soundtrack of all time.
Okay, you remember the first episode I was on here with you guys? I was talking about how like I would sing different tracks and like
you were singing Monica.
I was singing that. I knew. I said I was singing that to whoever I'm going to cross the ocean for. I know who the hell I was singing to.
She was like what 15 in that like strong vocals.
Yeah, crazy. But I thought, okay,
crazy. As
a kid, the when I heard that song, it took a few years for me to realize that was a woman singing that song because for to me, it sounded like a male vocalist. But as I started learning different ranges that women could take. Like, oh, this is obviously a woman, but that song captivated me at like what, 5? Didn't Space Jam come out like 94, 95?
Yep.
Yeah, so that
You know
song
what song?
captivated me at that time.
You know what song got me? When Brandy played "Missing You," I was singing with like I started crying, bro. I was like, "Why am I in my living room crying during a versus battle?" like you just don't even realize I needed that battle. It was so beautiful.
That was a good one.
Look,
That was
man.
a good one. Yeah. Now the only thing I will say that I had that was my biggest complaint is the audio system. Like for some reason, I don't know what's going on with these guys with verses, but when you're playing the track and it's one level and then the mics are a different level, and like that's the most annoying thing. I don't want to have to blast my volume just to hear the tracks, and then when they cut it, now I gotta drop it all the way down just so that I can hear. No, I'm sorry. I had to boost it for the microphones and turn it down for the music, and I
Right.
hate that. I don't want to keep doing that. So
Too much interaction.
yeah, that for real. So I think that's my only complaint about verses. They need to figure out what's going on, especially now that they get into the live ones, instead of without it being on Instagram.
On Instagram, yeah.
If they, I mean, it's not hard. You have the same capabilities with concerts. They're on, one sound system. So like, just do the same thing. I don't know. Figure that out. But I think if they get that figured out, versus that could be for forever. I don't know when you stop that, because that's a great concept. That's a great
It
one.
is, but no. I wasn't able to watch a lot of these versus battles because in my mind, it's like I don't see myself sitting here in front of my phone, in front of a computer for 3 hours, watching them play songs, and they're just like sitting there. They're not really performing, or at least Brandy and Monica. So I haven't really seen any of the other verses. They were just kind of sitting there singing along, kind of, but not really. So I just see that long term not being exciting anymore.
Well, if you do more like Beanie Man,
Yes.
and where you actually, like turned
Performing.
up,
Yeah.
and they were like, in front of the camera, then I mean, sure, you could do that, but I mean, no, I feel you. The attention span of that, you're sitting there and you're waiting for certain songs that you want to hear, and
So you lower the rounds then, right? Maybe you
But see,
lower how many tracks.
Because I was reminded of a lot of songs that I knew was there, but I forgot how much I love them.
Yeah,
and sometimes it takes a good 20 to be like, okay, I've already put respect on your name, but I need to put a little bit more now. Like, let me add these to the playlist.
So maybe they need less talking then.
Yeah, I think it's the stories behind the track, which is cool to hear. But like when you're doing a versus battle and then you're going kind of like in deep detail about the song.
Yeah. Well, I like the stories, to be completely honest. I like knowing what went into making a project or whatever. I think one of my complaints about it is that the songs are cut. I like if I'm going to hear a song that I love hearing, I want to hear the entire thing. I don't want to hear just a minute and a half. That to me, that gets me out of the groove of that. That's my only complaint about that. But I don't know how you play the whole track and you're playing 20 tracks there and they're also talking. I don't know how you do that and you're able to cut the time down.
So then, like you said, you have to lower the rounds. So versus 20 go 10, but just play the whole track.
Yeah, that's probably the only way you can do it. But I like what you said, like with the journey of remembering, oh yeah, they did have this or they did have that. I do appreciate this artist more than I thought, because you don't get that feeling until someone passes away. And I think that's the level of appreciation that we're seeing with these battles. It's like, oh man, like we're going down memory lane listening to these guys. I was like, okay, yeah, no, I do rock with this. I do rock with that person more than I thought I did. So I think, like you said, I think it's giving them their flowers while they're still here, and I like that. They deserve it.
They do.
Yeah, those two for sure.
So it's there we go.
All I gotta say is that Monica in introducing Should Have Known Better was the smoothest intro to anything. And when you realize that she was talking about murder this whole time, you be like, bruh, I love this song even more now. Because at that time you don't know about her and see murder. You don't really know that story.
Mm-hmm.
But now you do, and it just makes the song hit a little bit harder. That's the only thing I wanted to add. Carry on.
Free C murder.
Yes.
There we go. Sorry. Had to make that known. Shout out to Mr. Mystical, you know what I'm saying? Part of the No Limit Soldier family, you know what I mean? Hey, I had to throw that in there because, No Limit Chronicles, baby. Check that out.
Yep.
See murder, free him. He was screwed. But nonetheless, yes, Monica should have known better. Who knew? Relationship songs are always the best, man, I tell you.
Oh, you know what I wasn't fully aware of? I actually thought that The Boy Is Mine was actually Brandy's song. I don't know why I thought that.
No, it was Brandy's song.
It is Brandy's song.
It is Brandy's song?
Yeah.
Why is it on Monica's I forget which album that was, but Apple Music has it blurred out on one of her albums. And
on
it says
Brandy's
that
or Monica?
On Monica's. And they were saying that it's something that the Brandy owns the rights to.
Yes, Monica said that.
Yeah.
During the battle, I was like, okay, shade a little bit. That was one thing where I felt like, okay, I felt the petty there. So they probably had.
But she wasn't singing either. Like she was just.
Yeah.
Like she was Stevie Wonder. That's like all she was doing, and Brandy was trying to get her to sing. Oh, you don't want to sing? I'm gonna sing. That was the I think that was the peak level of weirdness on the battle.
I think Monica probably feels like, son, I'm so sick of singing "The Boy Is Mine." I know the fans love it. I know this is iconic for both of our careers, but son, I'm sick of singing this childish ass song. Like, I don't want to do it anymore, and you're trying to force me to do it. That's the energy I felt from Monica.
Hey, if they do actually go on a tour, you can't do a tour with Brandy and Monica and not sing that song. So,
This is true. I mean, it was pretty evident that was going to be the closeout song.
Yeah.
When I knew they were doing a Verzuz, it was like, well, clearly that's going to end with The Boy Is Mine because you're not going to start it with that. You're going to end it with that because clearly they're both on the song. So, they can both introduce it. So, yeah. Go figure. Nonetheless, versus battles, they will continue throughout. There's no telling who we're gonna see. There are lots of rumors. There are lots of dream scenarios.
Yeah.
Who knows what you'll see? Who knows how you'll see it and when you'll see it? But rest assured, we know Ashanti and Keisha Cole are coming just about up next, I believe. So place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets.
It's going to be interesting. I think a lot more people are going to be singing Keisha Cole than they realize.
I think more people are going to be singing Ashanti than they realize. Because off top, you want to say Keisha Cole because I think Keisha Cole had a more dynamic solo single run. Mm-hmm. But Ashanti got some shit.
She does. She does.
And that's assuming, which I'm pretty sure she will, includes the stuff that she did with Ja Rule. So it just goes to show the,
I don't see how she doesn't play that stuff.
She has to.
Yeah. Well, she's easily losing that without that. Yeah. She could really lose that.
She got her own standalones now.
She does. She does. But
she doesn't have to. But because that is the collab that dominated at that time, then yes, she apparently has to. But people will see. That's the beauty of those versus battles. People will see. Oh, how they forget until you go down memory lane, and you're like, oh snap!
Yeah,
forgot all about that.
So down memory lane is real.
It really is, ladies and gentlemen. And on that note, Is that all that's been in everyone's ears as of late? You know?
I listened to Big Sean's album. I wanna listen to it at least 2 or 3 more times before I give
Yes.
a full opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I love it.
Yeah.
Detroit 2,
First run through, great.
yeah, that, and I didn't expect the one with Post Malone, Wolves, I think.
Same.
I didn't expect that.
I didn't expect me to like it so much. Cause
I
I'm
didn't.
Post Malone and
Yeah, because I'm not a
yeah.
Post Malone fan. That went hard. I mean, they
I went
killed that.
in. Yeah.
That was really good. That was really good. That was actually the first one. That's the first track outside of Deep Reverence. That's the
Yep.
first track that I played over like maybe 2 or 3 times. But I want to hear the whole album over a couple more times before making a full opinion. But that's a really good project. That's a strong project to come back with. Very strong project to come back with. I like it.
Agreed.
Agreed. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I will be the first to admit that I definitely haven't had the opportunity to check out Big Sean's album yet.
Well, that's what you said.
Unfortunately, I did not get the chance to do my research on that. The only song I know from this album so far is what was released before the album, which was the song with Nipsey Hussle. And, of course, rest in peace to Mr. Nipsey Hussle. And, you know, very vibe track, very conscious track. So, hey, I will definitely be able to give you guys a full opinion on the next episode of Fast Eyes so that you guys can get full detail on how I feel on this thing. But I will tell you what I have been on, guys. I have been on a personal Lil Wayne journey. Why? Because of a certain show that is guaranteed to debut to you guys very soon by the name of Theology. I've been on a mission. Shout out to my boy Wes. I am on a mission to listen to all of the Carters from start to finish. And I got through the first 3. And then I took a detour when I realized that No Ceilings, that's right, No Ceilings is on Apple Music. And when I found that out, I went on a No Ceilings journey from start to finish because, well, hey, that just took me back to 2009 and I believe freshman, sophomore year of college, one of those two. I just remember that and Young Jeezy's The Recession playing back to back to back that entire year. My president is black. My Lambo is blue, and I'll be, well, you know, my rims ain't too. Ladies and gentlemen, I had to go right back to the year of 2009, my co-host's graduation year, but what a year that was, I tell you. 2009 brought so many great things, but I will say, I found myself listening to Kobe Bryant on Lil Wayne's No Ceilings mixtape. Had no clue that song was actually on that very mixtape. I had no clue. But it hit me so different to listen to it now. More importantly, not only that, but the flow on that very song, ladies and gentlemen, was so iconic because of the fact that that flow he did on that very song is the flow that a lot of rappers are doing very today. So go figure that Lil Wayne was so ahead of his time, people. The very flow that he did. A song from 2009 with a 2020 current flow. Man, that blew my mind, people. I was just like, wow.
Wayne birthed a lot of these rappers, and they'll tell you. But it is dope.
It is. And like I said, you know, that was my detour. But so far, listening to the first 3 Carters, it was definitely interesting to see the evolution. And as I said, we'll talk more about this in deep detail. So stay tuned for the ology as it gets ready to make its debut soon. But just in a slight sample, it was nice to see the evolution of Mr. Wayne and the fact that the Manny Fresh, half hot boy, half lyrical, you know, potential that he shows in the first Carter, and then the fact that the complete come out party comes in Carter 2, and then, hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am the best rapper alive in Carter 3, and so forth and so forth. So I just gotta say, man, wordplay is untouchable. Untouchable.
We don't have to go in depth because that's what theology is for.
Of course.
But which one is your favorite Carter?
So, from just off of these first three of listening to, for me personally, it was definitely the Carter 3. However, I have given some new retrospect to the Carter 2. I went through and listened to the Carter 2, and I can see why a lot of people would argue on that one being the better of the series. However, Prime Wayne is Carter 3.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
There's just the trifecta, man. That trifecta just goes to show. Hey, but like I said, we'll go more into detail, but I definitely would go Carter 3. And it seems like my hosts, y'all agree with me. Carter 3.
For sure.
Hey, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I might go back and listen to that this weekend.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, you'd be surprised on what kind of journey you go on when you go back and listen to the things that were forever classics to this day. Oh, yeah. As we speak about artists and their repertoires. Hopefully, maybe one day we see a versus battle with Wayne in the future. Who you get to challenge him, we don't know. We'll see in the future.
I don't know who wants to challenge Wayne, man. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. I mean, you might almost have to go with one of the GOATs. I mean, are you going? See, but the styles are different.
Yeah, I said that's then, why, like, it wouldn't be fair.
You can't even do it. It's like, because if you're saying Jay-Z versus Wayne or something like that, like, it's just styles are just too different, man. Like, that's gonna be a difficult one. Whoever he goes against, that's gonna be, and it has to be a worthy opponent. It can't be someone that, is just an up and coming guy. Like, it's gotta be someone that brings it.
The messed up part is I don't know who I would consider to be deemed worthy. I mean, of course the GOATs are worthy. I just don't think it would be a fair fight because Wayne had a lyricism, but he also had like style. Catchy singles. He had style. He was iconic.
Yeah.
So it would be hard to really put anybody, because again, even though Carter 2 might be people's favorite because like that's where he like proved himself to be like a lyricist, Carter 3 we have personal relationship with a lot of us, at least our generation, because we were like seniors in high school. This was like our first year of college, so that album comes with a lot of memories. Yeah. So we're gonna turn up different when he starts getting into his Carter 3 bag. I just don't see how it'll be fair for anybody.
It's gonna be hard. It carried the most hits. It had the most songs that potentially could have been hits in their own rights.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I mean, there was a lot of songs you could have been like, yo, how we talked about this before on this very show, how times have changed, how you couldn't really determine what songs were going to be popping. But now in a generation where you have streaming, if the Carter 3 was out at a time where streaming is what it is at the level that it's at now, you wouldn't have never known. You probably would have been hard to say, yo, this song is the best. That song is the best.
All of them would be the best.
Well, then do you put Drake up against him?
That might be the only guy who can do it.
Bro, Drake might be the only one to go up against Wayne.
I don't, and then that's difficult too. Like, who do you like?
It is difficult because they have stuff together.
They have stuff together. They. I don't know. But that's the only one that in that time period that I can think of that would be a worthy opponent.
And Drake don't miss, bruh. When he comes out with his single, he don't miss.
See, that's the thing. What are you talking about? Like, are you talking about his rap? Are you talking about his singing, his pop? Like, what style of Drake are we getting? That's the. So if you're putting all of them against Lil Wayne, I don't
It's
know.
not fair.
I don't know. I see if you give me Drake actually rapping, like going in with his bag, it's easily Lil Wayne winning that one in terms of catalog. In terms of catalog, it's Wayne winning that one. But and that's mainly because Drake doesn't have a full album of just rap.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's who I would choose is Lil Wayne in that. But if you're talking about singles like hits, that's a hard one. That Drake could really. That's a hard one. Let
me ask you this.
We would enjoy it. That would
be a great battle though.
Let me ask y'all this. Would you do Wayne versus Kanye?
No.
I see where you're going. See, was another one that was big in that time. I don't know. I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't be mad at it.
I wouldn't be mad at it either. I guess just for me personally, like it would still be an easy one for Wayne. But that's just for me personally.
It would be easier for him to win against Kanye than Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
I want to see a battle.
Yeah, if you're talking about like haymakers, you're talking about they're going toe to toe.
But
Drake is the easiest is the best matchup.
Okay.
But there are Kanye fans who would say differently.
Yeah. I mean, but they're
and he has a very strong fan base. So maybe it would be. But for me, I think Drake would be a more interesting battle for me to see.
Let me throw another one in there for you guys then, and I'm gonna go with an OG, who's still very longevity in his own right. Would you guys put Lil Wayne, and these are two totally different styles, but in terms of catalog, this man has it for days.
Don't say Snoop.
Why?
You say Uncle Snoop?
What's wrong with Uncle Snoop?
Were you gonna say Snoop for real?
Yeah.
I
what's
knew
wrong with Uncle Snoop?
Nah.
Oh, come on.
It'll be
in
fun.
Terms of hit for hit now.
Who did Snoop battle again?
DMX.
Oh, yeah,
that's right. They did have a versus battle. So then, okay. Maybe
so can you not repeat in battles?
I haven't seen
I don't know. This is new. We don't know
the
rules are.
Yeah, we don't know the rules. I haven't seen that yet. I think once you've kind of been chosen for one. So I forgot him and X did kind of have their battle. So maybe I'll just stick with the Kanye or Drake comparison.
Mad respect for Snoop. Mad respect. That's a legend. That is an OG. But if you're talking about hits, like list of hits.
I don't know, Snoop
I don't know. We gotta go through that. We gotta go through that. We gotta go through it. We gotta go through it.
Long catalog.
No,
he does. He does. But you talking about all hits?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I want to count them. But off the top of my head, I'm gonna lean to Wayne having a couple more than Snoop. I'm like,
you know what it is? I think the reason why it would be hard for some of us because we're like that's the OG Snoop, that's Uncle Snoop. So he has classics.
Oh, for sure.
But we're talking hits, which is what we're doing.
I hit for hit battle.
Then Seduction come on, everybody getting up and they two-stepping. Beautiful comes on, everybody getting up and they're singing to their lady. So I don't know, man. Snoop got hits too, but
he does. But numbers, number of hits, I think Wayne could possibly edge out Snoop on that one. I think it's possible. I want to go back and count.
It's very possible.
I want to go count. Yeah, that's what I'm saying because I can't off the top of my head. I'm not sleeping on Snoop. I'm not sleeping on Snoop, bro. I'm not sleeping on him.
And then let's do this too.
This man was with No Limit as well.
He was with Lil Wayne,
Yes,
and
yes,
he
yes, he
did
was.
do a versus battle with DMX, but his song selection was because he battled DMX. So
That's
if
the
he's
thing.
knowing that he's gonna battle Wayne, he's gonna get into a different bag. Probably he's gonna
Yeah,
bring out singles that we may have forgotten about. So it
yeah,
would definitely be an interesting battle. I just don't
It's
want to see it because I love him too much. I want to
yeah.
have to choose, and I don't want
And
to
see,
have to choose.
that's why
I
for me it's
understand
like, do you actually put OGs into this? Like it almost has to be OG versus OG. You know what
Which
I'm
is what they've
saying?
been
Like,
doing. I feel like.
yeah, like that's why I'm saying I don't know if you. I mean, Wayne could almost be considered an OG at this point.
But technically, they're all OGs, which is why they're having a versus battle. You're just
Yeah,
putting them
Yeah,
up with the
because
proper OG or the proper class of OG.
the qualification generally for this type of thing is 20 hits at minimum.
right,
So
right.
now it's a
But
whole
no,
different conversation.
but no, I'm not saying Snoop doesn't have 20. He easily has 20. I'm not saying that wouldn't be an easy. I'm saying if you have no cap on the number and you're writing down the list.
I just hope to never see it because I'm not choosing.
Wayne could
Mum's
edge
the
him out.
word.
Look, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you because
But guys, it's not a verse. It's not a battle. It's like a celebration of both artists.
yeah,
So it's fine. Everybody wins.
yeah.
Everybody
But
wins, man.
when you're a competitor,
Look at Derrick. But however,
I want to know who the ultimate one is. You know,
okay, who do you
if
think
we're doing it.
won? Who do you think won Brandy versus Monica then?
See, I still haven't watched the whole thing,
Okay.
but from what I saw, what I heard, Brandy won. What I personally when I because I tuned in a little later than I should have. I also didn't know it was gonna go that long, but yeah, I'm going Brandy on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Brandy on that one. But I mean, I had Monica from before the battle started. I was thinking she was gonna win based off of popularity, like what we know her commercially as.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we know Brandy's music, but like the mass, Monica's music has just hit more commercially. I feel it has hit more commercially than Brandy's, to
I
where
think
people
that
appreciate Monica over Brandy. That's where I was just going. This is more so a biased thing than actual hits. That's what I felt like it was going to come down to. But what I heard, I think Brandy actually edged her out.
my bias off top was for Brandy actually, and I wanted to be pro Monica because we're from Atlanta. But like I've always just had a relationship with Brandy from Moesha to listen to Full Moon and just I just know more Brandy hits, and I found myself singing along and knowing more words to the Brandy songs.
Shoot, the Cinderella movie.
Yeah, the Cinderella
Which
movie.
I don't hear a lot of people discuss. Like,
yeah,
because
she sang with Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's I don't know. I just don't think Brandy gets her due.
She doesn't.
I just don't think she gets
Monica either, and that's why I want to lean towards that. This is a celebration of both artists because they're both amazing. But I think it all comes down to who do you have more of a personal relationship with, which is why we even talk about music, right? Like when everybody was coming out with their top 50 rappers or whatever, and everybody was arguing over the list. You can't argue over this because there's no right answer. It's whoever resonates with you and who you have a relationship with through their music.
Right. But when people start saying Drake is top 10 of all time, come on now. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful to a lot of artists that.
So he's not better than Curtis Blow?
Hey, hold up. I'm saying, listen.
A pioneer, she brings up.
I'm just saying, like, you're
Pioneer.
saying of all time.
Pioneer.
I'm not talking about Curtis Blow. But I'm saying like some of the other guys that we had in the '90s. It kind of dismisses them when people say Drake over them. I'll just leave it at that. Not saying that Drake is not one of the greats, but I feel like every time I get on this show, it comes across as I'm slandering Drake. I hate that, man. I'm not.
We're going
not
to
that
put
I hate
up
that
a
man.
graphic.
I hate that.
Yeah.
We're going to put up a graphic from now on when it comes to Drake for you, okay? And it's gonna read, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Drake is a phenomenal talent. Drake has hits. Drake is this. Drake is that. We realize Drake is a phenomenal artist. However, the following statements are not meant to be taken the wrong way when Derrick is explaining his philosophies on Mr. Drake Aubrey Grisham. So therefore,
put another asterisk. Derrick's views do not reflect the views of Janine or the other co-host, because
exactly,
I'm Team Heartbreak Drake over here. Make me a shirt.
I'm a fan of Drake. I feel like I have to always explain this. I'm a fan of Drake's. I'm a fan, but because I'm a fan, I feel like I have the right to critique. Wholeheartedly, you know. So
I'm mad at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The critique of artists. Therefore, nonetheless. Now, hey, here's a guy that came to mind when it came to Wayne. I just thought about it. There's another guy that possibly might be able to battle Wayne in the Verzuz battle, and it just depends.
Dylon.
Yeah, Dylon. Dylon for sure.
Dylon.
Oh my God. I love Dylon.
There you go. Dylon, baby. Dylon. However, I was going to suggest Eminem.
No. It would be fun, but like we're still talking about hit, like, do we feel Eminem has as many hits as Wayne?
I mean, the man has. People have been too afraid to feature Eminem on a lot of stuff, but he has.
He doesn't even have as big of a catalog.
Wayne went a whole summer and then some change on everybody's feature. He was on everybody's remix.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, that's true.
Like, son.
This is true.
He went on a serious tear that year. I don't know, man. No disrespect to Eminem, but the catalog isn't.
Yeah, no disrespect to Eminem, because I know a lot of Eminem songs word by word as well.
For sure. Mad respect to him. I just don't think that catalog-wise he can even match up with him in terms of. Lil Wayne's got a bigger catalog, bro.
There's some Eminem fans out there, just like the Kanye fans. They're very strong. And they might argue you to a T.
Derrick _OTS. Come for me. I don't care.
Come for me.
I don't care. Eminem, mad respect. But he doesn't have as big of a catalog as Wayne. And I'm sorry, when you're talking about hits.
Yeah.
Not saying that Eminem doesn't have 20. He does. He definitely does.
Great albums.
But, for sure. But I think of this more so as like uncapped with all these people. Okay? Hits, Wayne can go that can go on for almost forever.
Forever, yeah.
Eminem hit wise cannot go that long. He can't. At Derrick DERRICK _OTS. Come at me.
You heard it.
Please.
You heard it
first, people.
Please. I'm not wrong on this.
Eminem fans, if you're out there, prove that man wrong.
Prove me wrong. I'm willing to say I'm wrong. I'm willing to say I'm wrong. I will say that. So if you guys get Eminem's attention on this and and he wants to talk to me about this, for sure. Let's go. Let's talk. I just don't. Sorry. At this point, at this time and date, I do not see Eminem having as long of a list of hits as as Lil Wayne, and I don't think that even Eminem would find that as disrespectful.
Yeah.
So
Put that on the promo clip, baby. Nonetheless, I will like to say this one thing for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, give Outkast a versus. That is all.
yo,
We need
who
it.
would they battle?
I don't care. Doesn't matter. Any group, any duo, just do it. Doesn't matter. Outkast needs a versus battle. Okay?
Andre 3000 is not fucking with y'all.
Yo,
I mean, it
Real
would be
talk.
wonderful. I would love to see it, but he not rocking. Like he's not leaving his house for that.
no. But I understand where he's coming from, though.
I get it.
I get it.
I get it.
You're a quiet guy. You're your homebody. I'm the same way. I get it. Just,
Oh, come
like,
on.
Can we just get something?
Yeah.
Come
You know,
on,
Bump coming out with a song or an album or a single anymore. Just come out, do a versus battle to the people that appreciate and love you and Big Boy's dynamic and the magic made together.
Hold on.
Okay?
Andre by himself. Who would he battle?
Can't do that because there's not enough
Frank
of
Ocean.
Andre's catalog.
No, but I'm saying
Don't do that. No, you can't.
But Andre by himself.
You
Andre
can't
by
do
himself.
it. Even the Love Below Its Own self is not enough.
If you shorten the rounds,
No,
let's say you shorten the
can't
rounds to
do
10.
it, Derrick. You can't. No, I love Three Stacks, but he can't do a versus on his own. Okay.
Andre will have
Okay.
a battle
Okay.
with
How about
you
this?
know.
How about this? A versus with features, or just verses in
If that's
themselves.
the case, then
If
do
you're
that
talking
with
about actual
Wayne.
verses,
If that's the case, do
in
it
a
with
versus
Wayne.
battle.
Do it with Wayne then. Yeah. If you're gonna do that route, then you do it with Wayne. Yeah, I said it. Yep. If you're gonna go that route, you're doing it with Wayne.
You're killing me. You're really
Feature for
killing
feature.
me.
If you're going feature for feature on a versus battle, it is Dre versus Wayne. Okay.
Dre's actual verses Wayne's verses.
And they've been on some similar tracks together at the same time, Nita, mind you. So there's that too.
That's a tough battle, man. That's a tough battle. I would love to hear that one. That would be tough. That would be tough.
It would be.
That would be tough. I don't know.
I would be forced to still pick Wayne. Wayne don't need to battle anybody. He just if he does anything, it needs to be him, and he just sits and he gives us whatever his favorite 20 is. That would be interesting. Hey Wayne, out of everything you've done that we all love, what are your favorite 20 tracks?
What about
perform
Wayne
them bitches.
versus Wayne
Yeah.
with different hairstyles? So
Hot Boy Wayne. Is that where you're going?
Derrick is
Yeah.
Hot Boy
crazy.
Wayne.
I like go Hot Boy Wayne, and then going into his prime as he let the locks grow, and then when he got to prime Wayne, of the locks just there, and now Wayne wearing bandanas.
You can't do that now. You can't. That's a no contest. You can't do Wayne of today. You can't. It's a no contest. Automatic disqualification.
What did
That's
y'all
not
think
gonna
about Wayne's rock star phase when he did a Rebirth album?
Prom Queen.
I was a rock star. I loved it.
I love Prom Queen.
I was so happy.
I love Prom Queen.
I didn't.
Prom
That was crazy. Wayne is on another level. Wayne is on another level. That's the reason why I'm saying the only logical battle would be Drake, because I don't see how else you do it. That's the only one I can see, because that's if you're just gonna go hit for hit, that's probably the only guy you can really do it with.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a mystery
Wayne,
for a
Wayne.
time, a date, a place to be seen. Well or lost, as all things must come. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to make this known, but as time goes along, we must get ready because all things always tend to come to an end.
Ox,
You
pass
know?
that.
And,
Ox,
well,
through your yes.
ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank you on this very edition of Pastor Ox. As you can see the background music, this is official with the wrap it up time. It's the wrap it up time.
Rolly sucker like
There
this.
you go. You just do it. You know what I'm saying? You can't touch it. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't touch it. And with that being said, we would like to thank you for joining us right here on Pass the Ox. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at PTAOTS. That is PTAOTS. Follow all things under the OTS umbrella. Go to www.otsguys.com. That is www.otsguys.com. And trust me, you do not want to miss this stuff. So make sure you do it because, well, you never know what we're going to do up next. You never know who we're going to bring up next. So all I'm going to tell you is stay tuned. Lots of interviews on the way. Special guests on the way. Make sure you follow Brother Derrick Myers at Derrick @_OTS. And you already know he also runs that OTS page at OTS Guys. You already know what it is. And of course, you got my co-host, my better half over here. You already know the Queen of Clatchet, the bougie thuggin' herself. You already know. Follow her at Nina N-I-I Soul. Okay? Nina Soul on Instagram. And of course, if you're a Twitter head, go ahead and follow her at O_Nina. And well, you already know where to find your boy. Follow your boy at Dwayne Dickey Jr. on Instagram. Follow your boy and his artist page at Highlight Life on Instagram and Twitter at Highlight Life, HILITE Life. There it is. Background vocals and all. You already know what time it is. Until the next time,